It's the 4th of December 2017. This is 3 days after we paired up our birds, but during pairing up we don't have time to do any extra work like videos. We managed to pair up the entire stud within 2 days, which is a great undertaking to manage in this time. So I've reset this section so you can see how we pair up our stock birds. This is practically identical to every other section in the stock loft, minor variations between them, but this gives you the general idea. Here you can see we have 16 nest boxes. The bottom row aren't particularly visible on this camera, but it's as far as we can get away without seeing the bars. And we have 16 pairs in here. This section is the first year we've paired this up entirely full. We normally have about 7 old pairs in here, 12-year-old plus cocks with old hens. But due to demand, we've had to increase our stock slightly, and we've put new young pairs in here. Now, rather than putting 16 brand new pairs, all yearlings in here, what I've done is cheated slightly. I have took some pairs from other lofts which know where their boxes are, and because they are identical to these sections, I know that they'll go back in these boxes. The yearlings that are in here, the yearling cocks especially, I've managed to let a couple of the cocks in prior to pairing this section up and let them choose the nest boxes that are available. But still in here, I think we have 50% of the cock birds are new to this section, so we will have some issues in getting them to hold their nest boxes. But I have put the other yearlings that would have been in here spread around the other sections, which has spread the load a bit, so I've only got 1 or 2 pairs to learn new nest boxes in other sections, which I'm achieving already, and I expect most of the pairs in the stud to be out by the end of the week, so around about the 5th, 6th, 7th of December. I like to get the birds out as quick as possible because I don't like to see them locked away, but I do keep an eye on them quite regular and can tell if they're swapping cocks or hens, and if they're obviously in the wrong nest boxes. Once I let a pair out, I try to leave them out, but I've got no hesitation to lock them away again if they need to reminding where to go, who they're supposed to be with, or if somebody else next to them is having difficulty in finding their box. So on the day of pairing, we would put these cock birds in first, and then we put the hens with the cocks. What I generally do is, if there's a new pair in a section, I will let those out first. A yearling cock, if it's with a yearling hen, I shall definitely let them out first on the day of pairing, so that there is 1 pair flying around the loft with the other 15 pairs locked away. This helps the pairing process in the sense that 2 yearlings can be a bit over aggressive, the cock, and the hen might not be so receptive, so you avoid the issues of pecking the hens and causing injuries. The other thing is, it gives them chance to find the new nest box with everybody else locked away. There's the nest bowl in there with the shavings, just like everybody else, and then they can find the nest box in their own time without being pestered by anybody else. So in this section, we number in all the sections, we number the boxes from left to right. So the top row is, number 1 is on the left, 2, 3, 4, second row, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. So in this section here, I actually had box 4 open, top right, because he's a new cock, and he had a new, he's a 2017 bred cock, so he's a yearling, and it's a 2017 hen. In this case, I had 2 hens that he could go with, so what I've done here is I let the cock out with the 2 hens in the section and let him choose which hen he wanted, and he chose the blue hen that he's with now. I shall demonstrate what we do for the first day and so on. So on the first day, this one wouldn't be open. Our nest box fronts are all made by us, and we just slide them up over the top. So on the day 1, first day of pairing, this pair would be left out all day on their own to fly around. We have 4-foot opening out into a nice big aviary, but I keep these windows closed during the pairing up process until all 15, 16 pairs are out. I can then keep an eye on the pairs to make sure that they're in their boxes and they're actually paired up. If they go out in the aviaries, it's much more difficult to see whether they're with each other or whether they're holding their boxes. And in the time that a cock and a hen spends outside, another cock might encroach and take over his box whilst he's outside and cause more issues. So that is a new pair, the top right hand side, 2017 bred yearlings, all the way through the molt, but they've gone together a treat. He indicated when I put him in here with the other spare cocks initially that he might want that box up the top, so I've let him have that one and he's held it no trouble at all. So far I've had 4 pairs out, I think, and they're all having no trouble at all holding their boxes. I shall open up the other nest boxes to show you which ones have been out and to see how they react. The stud is a bit quieter now because obviously the birds have been together for a few days, so there's not the initial excitement. So this here is also another new pair, but the hen has been in a box 2 before in one of the other sections. The cock's brand new to the stud. They're both 2010 and 2011 bred birds. This pair here have been paired before, but not in this section. But the cock had this box last year. And this pair down here is a yearling cock with a 3-year-old hen, sorry. He indicated that he might want this box down here, so I've let him have it. And these are all holding their boxes nicely. So I might go through the pairs that we've got in here open at the moment. Box number 2, second from the left, is the sire of present. He's the sire of the hen, the present, 2 times first national and second national winner, only beaten by her son, who was first national, so he's grandsire of a first national winner. He's paired to the mother of Elizabeth, a hen that we bred, won 4 first feds in 2 years, RPRA award. So I've paired them together this year for the first time and they're settling in nice. The sire of the present's got a lovely violet eye, and the hen, the dam of Elizabeth, has got a lovely gold eye. All these birds can be found on our website. The pair in box 7 in the middle, second national winner from Tours. He's a grandson of Seren 1, first national winner that we also own. He's paired to the Welsh Grizzle, the Grizzle hen. She's the mother of the first national winner, 12th lady. Box 4 are a pair of Dennis Ford pigeons. It's actually her son that's just flown out of box 4, bred in 2017 last year, paired to Dennis 2. Dennis 2 is the second national winner from Bordeaux, behind Channel Queen, who we also own. The hen is paired to the blue hen there. She's a daughter of Channel Queen, when paired to 10, who was third national Saints. The pair in the bottom is a white cock, a direct son of the Welsh Grizzle in box 7, when paired to her own son, and it happened to be the same pairing as what we had this year in box 7, so a son of Dennis 22 and Welsh Grizzle herself. He's paired to a blue-pied hen from Feathers, 10th national winner, when paired to Rimney Girl, 9th national winner, and the mother, the Cholet hen, the 3rd national winner, who's currently in box 8. Those are the ones we have out at the moment. I'm going to let out box 1 now. This is a pair that have been in this box before, in another loft. The cock has, but it's a yearling hen from this year. So we'll see how these get on. I don't expect there to be any problems in here with these in this new section. So there we go. Perfect, he's just walked to the front of the box, nobody bothering him. The hen's showing to him and he's showing interest, just the way I like it. Try and do it nice and quietly and calmly without bothering anybody else, and ideally nobody will jump in there straight away. Not too much of a problem with an old experienced cock, but obviously when you've got a yearling then it becomes more of an issue. Box 3, who's still closed up, is a yearling cock and a yearling hen, so they'll be a bit tricky. But what I'll probably do there is close box 2 and 4 and let out just that pair on their own. Hopefully they'll be able to find their box relatively quickly and get the other 2 pairs out. I shall probably open up box 2 first, beside him, so he gets used to somebody being on one side, and he doesn't seem to be a particularly aggressive cock, so hopefully he won't jump in there and try and get him out. So by the time the weekend comes, I expect all these pairs to be out. And I don't see any problems in here at the moment. All are nice and quiet and calm. And obviously every time we let a new pair out, it creates a bit more excitement with the pairs that are already there, which is all good for the motivation of the other birds. In sections where we have plenty of settled pairs, unlike this one, if I run out of ones that need to be settled to a new box, either a cock or a hen, then I shall just work from the top down. So do the top row first, then the ones below, and so on. The top row are the ones that have to fight the hardest to hang on to their boxes, so get them settled there first and remember where they've come from the previous year, and make sure they're established before the other ones from below try and move up. Don't have too much of an issue with this, but just to be on the safe side and keep an eye on things.